Dalton McGuinty won't be challenging Justin Trudeau for the leadership of the federal Liberal Party. The outgoing Ontario Premier has ruled out a bid for the Liberal leadership. McGuinty says after talking it over with his family and his supporters, he has decided not to seek the federal Liberal leadership. The Premier says it's time to take on challenges outside of politics. McGuinty surprised his Liberal caucus last week by announcing his resignation as Premier and Ontario Liberal leader. It was Obama versus Romney, round 3, last night in Florida.
Our Navy is smaller now than any time since 1917. The Navy said they needed 313 ships to carry out their mission. We're now down to 285.
I think Governor Romney maybe hasn't spent enough time looking at how our military works. You mentioned the Navy, for example, and that we have fewer ships than we did in 1916. Well, Governor, we also have fewer horses and bayonets. Just a few weeks ago,
U.S. President Barack Obama took Republican Mitt Romney to task about spending on the U.S. Navy. The stakes were high, with polls showing both candidates tied at 47% going into the debate. Americans head to the polls 2 weeks from today. The battle against the flu is underway across Ontario this fall. The annual flu shot campaign is officially underway. You can get the flu vaccine from your doctor, a clinic, and now the pharmacist. About 44% of Ottawa residents got the flu vaccine last year. Ottawa Public Health will begin vaccination clinics on Saturday. It's been a deadly year on highways across eastern Ontario, and OPP say each death was preventable. So far this year, 59 people have been killed on eastern Ontario highways, up from 44 over the same period last year. 6 people have been killed on OPP patrolled roads in the region over the past 10 days. An NDP MP is taking time off work to deal with the dependence on alcohol. Romeo Saganash made the announcement just days after he was deemed too drunk to board an Air Canada flight last week. Saganash issued an apology to the airline and admits he needs to deal with his drinking problem. The longtime leader of a Cree community in northern Quebec suggests his traumatic experience in a residential school as a child contributed to his alcoholism. The Alberta meat processing plant at the center of an E. coli outbreak is calling its employees back to work. The union has been told workers will return to work for training starting tomorrow, and production will resume next week. The plant's license has been revoked for several weeks over an outbreak of E. coli and a massive recall of beef products. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency will only say the plant's license has not been reinstated. And residents of Northern California are digging out from a rare fall snowfall. The snow may be pretty, but it caused havoc on roads across the area. Chain installers were one of a few people happy to see the snow in the middle of construction season. A spokesperson for the state says crews in the middle of repaving an interstate had to switch to plowing operations.